Have you ever held a simple 1994 quarter in your hand and wondered if it could be worth more than just 25 cents? What if I told you that some of these seemingly ordinary coins are hiding secrets that could turn pocket change into a fortune? Hidden among millions of 1994 quarters are rare errors and varieties that have sold for staggering amounts at auctions, some reaching tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And today, we're going to uncover the most valuable, the most elusive, and the most mind-blowing errors that could make your 1994 quarter worth more than you ever imagined. So, check your pockets, grab your coin collections, and stay with me until the very end because the next few minutes could change your financial future forever. The Washington Quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, but the 1994 edition carries some of the most astonishing mint errors in modern history. While millions of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, along with proof versions at the San Francisco Mint, only a handful possess the rare traits that make them highly sought after. These errors aren't just small imperfections. They are dramatic mistakes that collectors and numismatic experts dream of finding. And the best part? These rare coins are still in circulation, hiding in plain sight. Before we dive into the most valuable errors, let's talk about why these mistakes even happen. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the striking process, leading to coins that are unlike the rest. Some are struck off-center, some have missing details, and others are even minted on the wrong metal planchets. These errors create a unique variety of the coin, and when combined with rarity and demand, their value skyrockets. One of the most incredible errors on the 1994 quarter is the double die variety. This occurs when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice at slightly different angles, creating a doubling effect on key details. In some cases, you can see a distinct doubling on the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," or even on Washington's eye. Coins with strong double dies have been known to sell for thousands, and the more pronounced the error, the higher the value. Imagine coming across a double die 1994 quarter in your loose change. What could have been spent on a vending machine might instead buy you a brand new car. Another mind-blowing error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly aligned with the dies during striking, resulting in a quarter with a partial design and a blank portion. The more off-center it is, the rarer and more valuable it becomes. A 1994 quarter with a significant off-center strike, especially if the date remains visible, can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s at auction. But here's the real shocker. If you find one that is 50% or more off-center and still shows a clear date, you might be holding a coin worth over $10,000, and we're just getting started. Some of the most valuable errors involve quarters struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine finding a 1994 quarter that weighs much less than normal. This could mean it was struck on a dime planchet. Even more astonishing are the rare instances where a quarter was accidentally struck on a nickel or foreign coin blank. These ultra-rare mistakes are like winning the lottery for coin collectors. In the past, wrong planchet errors have sold for as much as $20,000, and certain extreme cases have even exceeded $50,000. But there's an even rarer anomaly that has stunned the coin collecting world: missing clad layers. Washington quarters are supposed to have an outer layer of copper nickel, giving them their familiar silver-like appearance. However, due to minting errors, some quarters were struck without this outer layer, exposing the solid copper core beneath. These missing clad layer errors create a unique, striking visual difference, making them instantly recognizable. If you come across a 1994 quarter with a dull, reddish surface, don't overlook it. It could be worth thousands. One of the most sought-after mint mark errors involves the repunched mint mark, RPM. Before the U.S. Mint switched to computer-engraved mint marks, these tiny letters were punched into coin dies by hand. Sometimes, the minter would accidentally punch the mint mark twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. These repunched mint mark varieties on 1994 quarters are rare but incredibly valuable. A well-defined RPM error could easily bring in $500 to $1,500 or more, depending on its clarity. Another bizarre but valuable error is the struck-through grease error. This occurs when grease or debris partially fills the die, causing some parts of the design to appear weak or missing. While minor grease errors are common, Severe cases where large sections of the design are completely gone can command premium prices. A dramatic example, such as a 1994 quarter missing in God We Trust or Liberty, could be a collector's dream and might bring in thousands. Now, you may be wondering, how can you identify if you have one of these rare treasures? First, you'll need a few simple tools: a 10x magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, a digital scale to check for incorrect weights, and proper storage like coin flips or holders to protect your finds. Next, carefully examine your 1994 quarters under good lighting, paying close attention to lettering, edges, and any signs of doubling or misalignment. If you think you've found something special, you may want to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, which can provide certification and increase the coin's market value significantly. But let's talk money. Just how much are these rare 1994 quarters selling for? In recent years, auctions have revealed staggering results. A high-grade double-die 1994 quarter sold for over $8,000. An off-center strike exceeding 50% reached $12,500. A wrong planchet quarter? That went for a jaw-dropping $35,000. And an ultra-rare missing clad layer error? That one exceeded $50,000. The demand for these error coins continues to grow, and as more collectors enter the market, prices are only expected to rise. So, if you do find a rare 1994 quarter, should you hold on to it or sell it? This is the million-dollar question, literally. Many experts believe that rare error coins are appreciating assets, meaning their value could increase over time. However, if you're looking for immediate profit, auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Great Collections, and platforms like eBay can be excellent places to sell. But be cautious. When selling high-value coins, always deal with reputable buyers and get your coin graded before listing it for sale. Now, here's where it gets even more exciting. There are still undiscovered varieties and potential new errors out there. New discoveries in the numismatic world are constantly being made, meaning the next million-dollar quarter might not even be known yet. Could it be sitting in a jar of coins in your house? Could it be in your pocket right now? That's why it's crucial to check every 1994 quarter you come across. You never know when you'll strike gold. So, here's what you need to do right now. Grab every 1994 quarter you can find and start inspecting. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, wrong planchets, missing clad layers, and other major errors. If you find something unusual, get it verified. And if you think you have a rare one, share your discovery in the comments. I'd love to hear about your finds. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden treasures of the 1994 quarter, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Who knows? The next video might just reveal another hidden fortune waiting in your pocket change. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Have you ever held a simple quarter in your hand and wondered if it could be worth more than just 25 cents? What if I told you that a 1996 US quarter could be hiding a secret, a mistake so rare and valuable that it could fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions at an auction? That's right. Some of these seemingly ordinary coins have turned up in collections and auctions, commanding prices that would leave you speechless. So, before you spend that loose change, you might want to take a closer look. Because the next time you come across a 1996 quarter, you could be holding a small fortune in your hand. The 1996 quarter might seem like any other, but its hidden treasures lie in the small details, errors, minting mistakes, and rare varieties that make collectors go wild. But why this specific year? What makes it so special? To understand that, let's take a quick journey back to 1996 when millions of these coins were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, with a smaller number created as proof coins at the San Francisco mint. While the mintage numbers were high, not all quarters were created equal. Some were struck with incredible errors, double dies, off-center strikes, and even coins struck on the wrong planchet. And that's what makes them so incredibly valuable today. One of the most astonishing finds among 1996 quarters is the double die obverse. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this term, a double die error occurs when the design is accidentally impressed onto the coin's die more than once, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the final coin. And the 1996 quarter has some of the most dramatic doubling ever recorded. If you look closely at the words "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," you might see a slight or even significant shift in the lettering, a telltale sign of a double die. Some of these quarters with strong doubling have sold for over $20,000. And if the doubling is particularly dramatic and the coin is in pristine condition, it could go for much, much more. Imagine finding one of these in your change, a tiny, overlooked detail turning into a life-changing discovery. But the double die error isn't the only hidden treasure lurking in the 1996 quarter. The reverse side, featuring the majestic American eagle, also has its fair share of valuable mistakes. A double die reverse can show doubling on the eagle's feathers, the words quarter dollar, or United States of America. Some of these rare varieties have been known to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. But here's the kicker. Most people never even realize they have one. They spend it, toss it into a coin jar, or let it slip through their fingers without a second thought. But now that you know what to look for, you might be sitting on an untapped treasure trove. Another jaw-dropping error that has surfaced in the 1996 quarter series is the off-center strike. These occur when the coin isn't properly aligned during the striking process, leading to a portion of the design being cut off while leaving a blank, curved edge. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin. A 50% off-center strike with the full date visible? That's the jackpot. These can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions, with some rare specimens even reaching six figures, especially if they're in mint condition. And here's the best part. These errors are easy to spot. You don't need special equipment or magnification, just a keen eye and a bit of luck. If that isn't enough to get you checking your spare change right now, let's talk about another rare and highly coveted error, the clipped planchet. This happens when a portion of the metal blank used to make the coin is missing before the striking process, resulting in a crescent or jagged edge. These coins are often in high demand among collectors, with prices ranging from a few $100s to several thousand, depending on the severity of the clip and the overall condition of the coin. Just think, one small mistake during the minting process can turn a common quarter into a piece worth more than a brand new car. Now, let's go even deeper into the world of 1996 quarter errors. Some of the rarest and most valuable mistakes involve coins struck on the wrong planchet. This means the quarter was accidentally struck on a blank intended for another coin, perhaps a nickel or even a dime. Since these planchets are smaller or different in composition, the mistake is easy to spot once you know what to look for. Coins with this type of error can command enormous prices, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars at high-profile auctions. Why? Because these are true minting anomalies, something that was never meant to happen, making them extraordinarily rare. But here's something most people overlook when searching for valuable coins: condition matters. You could have a rare error coin, but if it's heavily worn, scratched, or damaged, its value plummets. This is where grading comes into play. Professional grading companies like PCGS and NGC assign numerical grades to coins based on their condition, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. A 1996 quarter with a rare error graded at MS, 67 or higher could be worth thousands, possibly even more if demand skyrockets. In fact, some of the most pristine error coins have broken records, selling for amounts that defy belief. To really understand just how much money these quarters can bring in, let's look at some real-life examples of auction sales. In recent years, collectors have paid jaw-dropping amounts for 1996 quarters with rare errors. Double die varieties have fetched tens of thousands, while some of the most extreme off-center strikes and clipped planchets have gone for even more. And when a rare error meets a high-grade condition, the sky's the limit. Some lucky individuals have unknowingly held onto these coins for decades, only to realize later that they were sitting on a small fortune. And the best part? New discoveries are still being made. That means there could be an undiscovered 1996 quarter out there, waiting to shatter records and make history. Now that you know what to look for, how do you check your 1996 quarters at home? It's easier than you might think. First, grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Carefully examine the coin, paying close attention to the lettering, date, and the eagle's details. Look for any doubling, off-center strikes, clipped edges, or unusual weight differences. A digital scale can help determine if your quarter was struck on the wrong planchet. And if you think you've found something special, consider getting it authenticated by a professional grading service. That small investment could turn a simple coin into a windfall. So, the next time you come across a 1996 US quarter, don't be so quick to spend it. That coin in your hand might not just be worth 25 cents. It could be worth thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions. And here's the most exciting part. Some of the rarest coins are still out there, waiting to be found. Could you be the next lucky collector to stumble upon a hidden treasure? If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more rare coin discoveries. And if you've ever come across a rare quarter or have one sitting in your collection, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Who knows? You might be sitting on a jackpot and not even know it. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! What if I told you that a single quarter from 1980 could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars? That right now, sitting in your pocket, your piggy bank, or your loose change jar, could be a fortune waiting to be discovered? It sounds unbelievable, but the truth is, rare errors and hidden treasures in the 1980 US quarter dollar have sent collectors into a frenzy, with some coins fetching jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Today, we're going to uncover these incredible finds, reveal what makes them so valuable, and show you exactly how to check if you have one of these golden tickets hiding in plain sight. Stick around, because you won't want to miss this. The 1980 quarter might seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but beneath the surface lies a fascinating history. This coin was designed by John Flanagan and features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse and a majestic eagle on the reverse. It was struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each producing millions of these coins. But here's the kicker. Despite the large mintage, only a select few have hidden errors that make them worth a fortune. And the best part? These rare quarters are still out there, just waiting to be discovered. Imagine walking into a store, buying a cup of coffee, and getting a quarter in change that turns out to be worth more than your car, your house, or even your retirement savings. It has happened before, and it could happen to you. But what exactly makes these 1980 quarters so special? Let's talk about some of the key reasons why this coin has gained legendary status among collectors and investors. First, let's discuss the staggering auction records. Some of these quarters have sold for tens of thousands of dollars in high grades, while error varieties have commanded 6-figure price tags. In pristine condition, a 1980 quarter graded MS67 Plus can fetch thousands. But the real treasures? The rare error coins. Some of these misstrikes, double dies, and transitional errors have reached mind-blowing prices, setting new records in the coin collecting world. We're talking about life-changing money for a single coin. And today, we're going to show you exactly what to look for. One of the most sought-after errors on the 1980 quarter is the off-center strike. Imagine a quarter where the design is shifted dramatically, leaving a portion of the coin blank. The more off-center the strike, the higher the value, especially if the date is still visible. Some off-center 1980 quarters have sold for upwards of $10,000, and if you find one that is even more dramatically misaligned, it could be worth significantly more. Then there's the double die error. This occurs when the coin is struck twice with a slight misalignment, creating a doubling effect that is visible in key areas like the word Liberty, the date, or even Washington's face. Some of these double die quarters have been valued at over $50,000, and if you have one in exceptional condition, it could be even more. The key is to use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to closely inspect your coin for these small but incredibly valuable details. One of the rarest and most mysterious errors rumored to exist is the 1980 silver-clad quarter. Normally, these coins were made of a copper-nickel composition, but there have been reports of a few being struck on leftover 40% silver planchets from the 1970s. If such a quarter were to be authenticated, its value could be astronomical, easily reaching into the 6 or even 7 figures. Could you imagine holding a $1 million coin in your hands? If you come across a 1980 quarter that looks different, weigh it. A standard quarter should weigh 5.67 grams, but a silver-clad error could be slightly heavier, potentially changing your life forever. Another incredible error to watch for is the repunched mint mark, particularly on the Denver minted quarters. These occur when the mint mark is punched into the coin multiple times in slightly different positions. Collectors go wild for these repunched mint mark varieties, with high-grade examples selling for thousands of dollars. If you have a 1980 quarter with a strong doubling on the mint mark, you might be looking at a small fortune. But the errors don't stop there. There are also broad strike errors, where the coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to expand and take on a strange shape. These coins are highly collectible and can sell for hundreds, if not thousands, depending on their condition. Then there are clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin's edge is missing due to a mistake in the minting process. Some clipped planchet 1980 quarters have fetched upwards of $5,000 at auction. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable 1980 quarters? The first step is to carefully examine your coins. Start by looking for obvious misalignments, doubling, or unusual shapes. Then, take a closer look using a magnifying glass or microscope. Pay special attention to the lettering, the date, and the mint mark. If you suspect you have an error, weigh the coin to see if it matches the standard 5.67 grams or if it falls into the rare transitional error category. If you believe you've found something special, the next step is to get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations will assess the coin's authenticity, assign it a grade, and certify its value. A high-grade example of a rare error can mean the difference between a $500 coin and a $500,000 coin. Don't take any chances. If you think you have a valuable 1980 quarter, get it verified by the experts. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, with investors and collectors driving up prices to new heights. The 1980 quarter has become a prime target for those looking to cash in on numismatic treasures. And as more people become aware of these hidden gems, demand is only increasing. This means that the value of these rare quarters could continue to rise, making now the perfect time to start checking your change. Before you spend another quarter, take a closer look. You could be holding a piece of history worth more than you ever imagined. And if you do find one of these rare 1980 quarters, you might just become the next person to strike it rich in the world of coin collecting. Have you ever found a rare or valuable coin in your pocket change? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin discoveries. And stay tuned, because in our next video, we're uncovering yet another hidden treasure that could be worth a fortune. You won't want to miss it.